things that you're saying and the things that you're thinking, because what you're writing down on paper, even if you're writing it from inspiration, which is what happens with me, even if you're writing from inspiration, it still comes from the spirit, the energy that is constant, has always been here. It will always be here. So tapping into that and then putting it down on paper or putting it down somewhere where it can be recorded where other people can hear it forever. Whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, it is it forever, even though it is done in the now, it is forever. So there should be some sort of depth and maturity there. And when there isn't, a lot of times I can understand why older folks would disrespect the art form of hip-hop or rap or whatever it is, when they wouldn't disrespect what was being said on the street corners when they would walk out of the house, which is basically the same thing. You know what I mean? You're going through building, and what it's showing us right now, in the now, is that there is no more building unless you really care about yourself, like the brother Biz was saying. If you care about yourself, then you're dealing with the mastering yourself, and that's when you're going to register, or at least people will have some concern about what it is that they're saying, as opposed to just saying anything that is going to get some money that really isn't even in existence. It's an illusion. So the power is within whatever you've already gone through and what you're going through in the now. And if you look at it from a wide point of view, it's what everybody's going through. It may have a different title on it, but it's the same thing. So, like you said, in the now is the now. You see it all. So you have some depth and maturity in what you're doing.
That's what's up. I had a sister on the show last week, and she had that song. Her song is titled "White Man's Bitch," and she kind of came.
Familiar with the song?
It's been plastered on Facebook. Thank you.
Right, and you know, she was really coming out of energy of, you know, pretty much like, you know, the difference between conscious and when we say consciousness, you know, she was saying that people are all conscious of something. You know, Lil Wayne is conscious. And I want the Godz to kind of elaborate and because I kind of let her off the hook. And when I say I let her off the hook, I just let her express her point of view and her perspective. But I also know that it goes deeper than that when you are now a leading voice. Now, when you know, we all are conscious of something, and I agree with that. But however, once you call and you walk in truth, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Peace.
You start calling people out. Now you're going to be accountable for what you're saying. So, if y'all would like, I'll build on that point, on the whole conscious tip.
Well, as far as I can see, pardon, Sony, what I see as far as consciousness, I mean, to me, people associate content with consciousness. There's a lot of people out there that are talking about issues in the community, calling themselves activists, calling themselves this, calling themselves that, but they're not really doing things in a conscious fashion. When I talk about consciousness, I talk about having an inventory of your thoughts and being aware of how your thoughts are manifesting themselves into actions, and being aware of how every bit of everything that's having an effect on you is affecting the ways that you're moving in the world and the way that you're affecting other people. It's a lot of work, you know what I mean? A lot of people are not willing to put that much work into being conscious, and they're still subject to advertising or subject to things around them. I mean, if you're subject to things, you're not mastering yourself and you're not conscious. To me, mastering yourself is the main part of being conscious. So a lot of the people that have good content, even in their music, you know what I mean? For instance, to me, like a dude like Nas, a lot of people would say that Nas is a conscious rapper. I would disagree. I think he's read a lot, you know what I mean? But I don't know that he's mastered any of the things that he's read. I don't know that he's mastered himself and do the things that are occurring in his world. To me, it doesn't look as though he's operating from a conscious fashion. He's still subject and basically saying even in his music, that he's a product of his environment. If you're still just a product of your environment, then how can you be conscious? That's subconscious behavior to me.
Yes, definitely. I mean, my question is, in her saying that they were conscious, she was saying that they were aware of what they were doing and doing it on purpose. Is that the point that she was going to make? Because in that case,
I think she just came off of the energy of being conscious. She came off the energy of being conscious on I'm me and they're them. So she kind of played it fair. She played it fair. She played like the middle ground, like, almost like let them be them and let them be me. But on the same token, in her song, she is calling those who she's talking about out. You know what I mean? Those people.
So, I understand the law of allowance, but it doesn't negate standing up, making a stand for what it is that you're dealing with. And once you make that stand, I agree with you that you coming at him. You know what I mean? And you come at him and basically, all right, I don't like Wayne. I don't like the fact of everything that he represents. As in, when you're dealing with the culture of hip hop, we know he doesn't write his own things. We know that he was built up, from a little tyke to be, you know what I mean, a rapper. So he's fitting a persona. We know that he's taken over with the swagger aspect, and we know that swagger is not character. We know that these things have no depth and maturity. We know that this dude is line faking, and we know that this dude is kissing dudes, or you mean on a regular basis, and gets mad and jealous if you talk about any other chick kissing this dude. So that there's an issue here. This would never be able to rock. So the only thing that I see that he's even aware of is his savagery, and promoting, bringing that into our community, and then going and telling whiteface, telling the Caucasian, it's cool. Say nigga. You know what I mean? This dude is, he should be shot. You know what I mean? Okay, he should. But if you're going to say that, then you're going to have to go after the dude at the same time. You know what I mean? And let somebody else be like, okay, I'm going to let him play. Like, for instance, you can only thing I'm going to give Common grounds on is Common at least grabbed on to the conscious. But they had to soften Common up for them to even allow the conscious conversation to come out of his mouth. Now, this is what consciousness is, softness. There's nothing soft about consciousness. Righteousness is the most difficult situation. Gangster niggas is punk, where righteousness is proper. So this is what consciousness is to me. This is the awareness. This is, okay, I'm earning my bullet. If one is coming, I'll earn it. As a matter of fact, you don't have to give it to me. I'll take that, and then I'll live past that and build on this. This is awareness of what you're doing, and for the betterment and for the betterment. If you're not being aware of what you're doing for the betterment, then you might be conscious, but you're definitely, like the brother Biz said, that's definitely a subconscious, because you're not the master of your own thoughts and actions, and now you're playing the game and you're pushing it and promoting the game for the rest of my community, and I'm not gonna have that. So
right, that's powerful. That's power, man, and it's deep because, on a higher tip, we know is mastering self, and like Biz said earlier, that you have to be able to recognize bliss, and bliss being in a state of being, and I mentioned about a couple shows ago that my bliss might be different from yours, mine might be a cup of tea, you know what I mean, a warm room, building with a conscious sister. You might want huge dividends. You might want Lexuses, or that might be some tangible experience that you need. But really, bliss is from within. And once within, and it's deep within, you're only going to get on the outside, what it is that you're experiencing. And that's true, because we know what is above is also below.
Right.
So.
To me, I think so. I consider bliss to be something that can't be changed or tainted by outside forces. I mean, if your bliss is coming from your car, and the moment that you get a scratch on your car, your bliss is now fury. You know what I mean? Is that really bliss? You know what I mean? Because all the people that I see equate their bliss with external things or material things.
Right.
Now they have to spend their life guarding that thing. Like, I don't have to guard my bliss. You know what I mean? I can go through